In Sheep's Clothing, Understanding and Dealing with Manipulative People by George K. Simon Jr. Key takeaways. Number 1. Covert aggression is the heart of manipulation. Covert aggression is at the heart of most manipulation. Covert aggression defined. Covert aggression is a subtle form of fighting where the aggressor conceals their true intentions while attempting to gain advantage over others. Unlike overt aggression, which is open and obvious, covert aggression is hard to detect and often leaves victims feeling confused and manipulated. Key characteristics. Manipulators appear charming and civil on the surface. They use calculated tactics to gain power and control. Victims often struggle to identify the manipulation. Covert aggressors are skilled at impression management, making it difficult for others to recognize their true nature. They fight for what they want in underhanded ways, leaving their targets feeling bewildered and on the defensive. Number 2. Aggressive personalities prioritize winning above all else. For aggressive personalities, only 3 things matter: position, position, and position. Winning at all costs. Aggressive personalities, especially covert aggressive ones, are driven by an insatiable desire to win and maintain dominance in their relationships. This relentless pursuit of victory often comes at the expense of others' well-being and ethical considerations. Characteristics of aggressive personalities: extremely competitive in all aspects of life, struggle to concede or back down in conflicts, view relationships as contests to be won. These individuals often disguise their aggressive tendencies under a veneer of charm or concern for others. However, their primary motivation is always to secure a position of power and control in any given situation. Number 3. Manipulators use subtle tactics to gain power and control. Manipulators are skilled at fighting in subtle and almost undetectable ways. Arsenal of manipulation. Covert aggressive personalities employ a variety of tactics to manipulate others while maintaining a facade of innocence or even benevolence. These tactics are designed to keep victims off balance and vulnerable to exploitation. Common manipulation tactics: lying by omission or distortion, denial, rationalization, minimization, selective inattention, diversion, evasion, covert intimidation, guilt-tripping, shaming. By recognizing these tactics, individuals can better protect themselves from manipulation and maintain healthier relationships. Number 4. Recognize the tactics of manipulation to avoid victimization. Recognizing when and how manipulators are fighting with you is fundamental to faring well in any kind of encounter with them. Awareness is key. Understanding the tactics used by manipulators is crucial for avoiding victimization. By learning to identify these strategies, individuals can respond more effectively and maintain their personal boundaries. Steps to recognize manipulation. 1. Familiarize yourself with common manipulation tactics. 2. Trust your gut feelings when something feels off. 3. Look for patterns of behavior rather than isolated incidents. 4. Pay attention to actions rather than words or intentions. Developing this awareness allows potential victims to spot manipulation attempts early and take appropriate action to protect themselves. Number 5. Aggressive personalities have impaired consciences. Aggressive personalities resist society's exhortation to install these brakes. Lack of internal restraint. Aggressive personalities, particularly covert aggressive ones, often have impaired consciences. This means they lack the internal brakes that typically prevent most people from engaging in harmful or unethical behavior. Characteristics of impaired conscience: difficulty feeling genuine guilt or shame, disregard for societal norms and others' rights, tendency to rationalize or justify harmful actions. This impaired conscience allows manipulators to pursue their goals without being hindered by moral considerations, making them particularly dangerous in interpersonal relationships. Number 6. Abusive relationships often involve manipulative dynamics. In any abusive relationship, the other person is never the real object of the aggressor's desire. The position is. Power and control. Abusive relationships are characterized by one partner's attempts to maintain power and control over the other. Manipulators in these relationships use various tactics to keep their victims in a subordinate position. Common dynamics in abusive relationships: emotional manipulation, guilt tripping, gaslighting, isolation from support systems, intermittent reinforcement, alternating kindness and cruelty, economic control. Understanding these dynamics can help victims recognize their situation and take steps to protect themselves or seek help. Number 7. Children can be manipulative and need correction, not just understanding. Amanda doesn't need insight. She doesn't need help. She doesn't need to uncover unconscious fears or insecurities. She needs correction. Addressing manipulative behavior. When dealing with manipulative children, it's important to recognize that their behavior often stems from learned patterns rather than underlying insecurities. Traditional approaches focusing on understanding and empathy may inadvertently reinforce manipulative tactics. Effective strategies for manipulative children: set clear boundaries and consequences. Consistently enforce rules. Teach and reinforce appropriate behavior. Avoid engaging in power struggles. By focusing on correction rather than solely on understanding, parents and caregivers can help manipulative children develop healthier interpersonal skills and respect for others' boundaries. Number 8. Empower yourself by redefining the terms of engagement. The most fundamental rule of human engagement is that the aggressor sets the rules. Taking control. To avoid being victimized by manipulators, it's essential to redefine the terms of engagement in your interactions. This involves recognizing manipulation attempts and actively working to establish a more favorable balance of power. Steps to redefine engagement. 1. Identify manipulative tactics being used. 2. Refuse to accept excuses or rationalizations. 3. Set clear personal boundaries. 4. Make direct requests and expect direct responses. 5. Stay focused on the present issue. By taking these steps, individuals can shift the power dynamic and protect themselves from manipulation. Number 9. Judge actions, not intentions, when dealing with manipulators. Judge the behavior itself. If what a person does is harmful in some way, pay attention to and deal with that issue. Focus on observable behavior. When interacting with manipulators, it's crucial to base judgments on their actions rather than their stated intentions or your assumptions about their motivations. This approach helps avoid being misled by manipulative tactics. Benefits of judging actions: provides clear, objective evidence of behavior patterns, reduces vulnerability to emotional manipulation, allows for more effective boundary setting. By focusing on actions, individuals can make more accurate assessments of others' character and respond appropriately to manipulative behavior. Number 10. Set personal limits and make direct requests to counter manipulation. When asking for things, be clear about what you want. Use I statements. Avoid generalities. Be specific about what it is you dislike, expect, or want from the other person. Clear communication. Setting personal limits and making direct requests are essential tools for countering manipulation. These strategies help maintain boundaries and reduce the manipulator's ability to exploit ambiguity or misunderstandings. Effective limit setting and requests. Use specific, concrete language. State expectations clearly. Avoid threats or ultimatums. Be prepared to enforce boundaries consistently. By communicating clearly and directly, individuals can reduce their vulnerability to manipulation and maintain healthier relationships. Number 11. Stay focused on the present and keep responsibility on the aggressor. Focus on the issues at hand. Your manipulator will probably try to throw you off track with diversionary and evasion tactics. Don't let those tactics steer you away from the problem behavior you're trying to confront. Maintain focus. When confronting manipulative behavior, it's crucial to stay focused on the present issue and keep the responsibility for change on the aggressor. This approach prevents manipulators from using diversionary tactics to avoid accountability. Strategies for maintaining focus. Address specific behaviors in the moment. Avoid discussing past issues or hypothetical futures. Redirect conversations back to the current problem. Consistently ask what the aggressor will do to change their behavior. By staying focused and keeping responsibility on the aggressor, individuals can more effectively address manipulative behavior and promote positive change in their relationships.